Alright, so Apple just unveiled iOS 26, and people are already foaming at the mouth, calling it a revolution, a new era for iPhone, and wait for it, the smartest update yet. Yeah. Okay. Let's slow down a bit and look at what Apple actually announced, because behind all the glossy presentations and high-def wallpapers, iOS 26 might be the most expensive game of catch-up we've ever seen in mobile tech. And the worst part? People are acting like it's magic. Let's get real. Apple's calling their new design language liquid glass. Sounds fancy, right? Words like refraction and translucent depth are flying around like this is some kind of design prophecy. But if you look at it for more than 5 seconds, you realize something. It's literally just a mix of iOS 7's translucency with Vision OS leftovers, rounded corners, blurred widgets, light bouncing around your home screen like it's at a spa. It's eye candy. That's it. Apple's redesign here isn't innovation, it's a facelift. It's putting makeup on a phone interface that hasn't really changed since 2013. They took a UI we've already seen, added some high-gloss sugar on top, and now they want us to applaud like it's the second coming of Steve Jobs. Honestly, this isn't iOS 26. It's iOS 18.6 in drag. Now let's talk about the phone app. Apple finally added spam call screening, voicemail transcripts, and hold assist. Cool features, right? Definitely helpful. Until you remember, Samsung did this back in 2012 with the Galaxy S4. You heard me. 13 years ago, Samsung already had features to block unknown numbers and screen calls. Apple is pulling a greatest hits album from Android's early 2010s archive and re-releasing it as a brand new masterpiece. Like, we won't notice. And don't even get me started on the so-called crown jewel of iOS 26, Apple Intelligence, their AI suite, their LLM play, their ChatGPT meets Siri reboot. The marketing is thick here. Apple says it'll offer on-device intelligence, personalized summaries, live call translation, and a totally reimagined Siri. Here's the thing. They're not wrong. These features sound amazing. But they're also features that Google has had for years. Pixel phones were doing on-device language translation in 2021. Samsung baked AI summaries and message suggestions into One UI in 2023. Apple's only just showing up at the AI party, and they're acting like they're the host. It's like showing up to a barbecue with a cold hot dog and declaring yourself the grill master. Apple is good at something, though. They know how to present recycled tech with just enough polish and exclusivity that people forget they've seen it before. They're the masters of strategic amnesia. Let's keep going. iMessage got a revamp. You can now make polls in group chats. You can set chat backgrounds. There are even new tapback options. That's adorable. Except, again, Telegram, Slack, WhatsApp, even Facebook Messenger. They've all had this functionality for years. This isn't innovation. This is Apple acting like they invented duct tape in 2025. They also updated Apple Cash in Messages. You can send and request money from multiple people in a group chat. Great, but only if you're in the United States. For everyone else, good luck. Apple's still acting like international users are just a myth. Let's shift gears for a second to CarPlay. They added a compact call view. You can now pin messages. There's a widget screen. And music controls are more streamlined. This is all good stuff. But it's the bare minimum. This is what Android Auto has been doing for half a decade. Apple is acting like it just split the atom, when really they just reorganized the glove compartment. Same with Apple Maps. They added a timeline of your visited places, which, again, Google has been doing for over 10 years. I mean, at this point, it's like Apple developers are using a pixel as their roadmap. And when it comes to Wallet, now you can finance purchases with installments inside Apple Pay. That's cool, but again, Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. This is not a new idea. It's just new to them. Apple is arriving fashionably late to a party that's already been shut down. Music got some shiny upgrades too. You can now see lyrics translations. Even pronunciation help. Again, Spotify had lyric translations 2 years ago. And Genius. Remember them? They were doing this in a browser in 2016. Apple just slapped an Apple Music sticker on it and called it elevated. Oh, and let's not forget their new gaming hub. Game Center is now redesigned, with a central place for achievements, scores, friends, and game discovery. So basically Steam, but neutered. Or Google Play Games, just dressed like a Jony Ive fever dream. And don't get me wrong, these features are good. They're functional. They'll make the iPhone experience smoother and more pleasant. But that's not the issue. The issue is, Apple is not innovating. They're recycling, refining, and reskinning. They're building a house out of parts they borrowed from competitors, then asking us to believe they invented the blueprint. It's insulting. And the fact that they still push this "we're leading the future" narrative, it's exhausting. Apple is no longer building tomorrow. They're perfecting yesterday and calling it visionary. Here's what's really going on. iOS 26 is a massive PR illusion. A well-designed, elegantly presented case of, we're not behind, we're just fashionably late. But the question is, are we buying it? Are you actually convinced that Apple is the bleeding edge of tech? Or are you finally ready to admit that they've been resting on their brand loyalty and coasting on old ideas for far too long? Because that's what this really is. Apple is squeezing the past for as much clout as it can, while pretending they're shaping the future. And if you're not a fanboy, if you're actually paying attention, you should be annoyed, maybe even angry, because you're being sold déjà vu at full price. So now I'm throwing it to you. Are you blown away by iOS 26? Or are you finally seeing through the smoke and mirrors? Is liquid glass a step forward, or just an expensive shimmer? Is Apple Intelligence really intelligent? Or is it just a knockoff Google Assistant in a turtleneck? Are polls and widgets and compact UI upgrades enough to call this a new era? Or is it time we stop clapping and start calling them out? Let me know what you think. Blow up the comments. Call me wrong, call me biased, call me whatever you want. Just don't sit there pretending this was innovation. Because the truth is, if Samsung released this exact feature set today, we'd laugh. But because it's Apple, we treat it like gospel. Not today. Let's talk about it. This was iTutorial, your home for honest, unfiltered tech breakdowns. If you're not subscribed yet, smash that button below. It's free, it helps the channel, and it keeps me fueled to call out the tech world's biggest hype trains. Leave a like if you enjoyed the roast, drop a comment if you disagree, and if you really want to stir the pot, share this with your Apple fanatic friend. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.